All right, so you guys might recognize this space, right? You've seen this in some of the videos, but we are very rapidly outgrowing it. As you can see here, just look at Mike trying to pick through that closet of stuff. Yeah. So, as you can see here, take you on a little bit of a tour of this space. We are really starting to come in on ourselves a little bit. And it's been limiting. The space has worked. You know, it's gotten us through. We do the podcast in here. You've seen us do a couple of videos. But we're quickly outgrowing it, and we really want to continue to level up the content that we bring you guys. So, as we head into 2020, we've got a big surprise for you and for us. Very exciting moment for us. We are going to finally expand a little bit. So what do you say we take them over there?
Let's go.
You guys ready for a quick ride? Let's go for a quick ride. All right, so what's behind this door right here is going to be the new Golficity office and studio.
That's right.
Bit of work to do though. Got a bit of work.
Just
take a minute?
Just a bit. Enter at your own risk.
Let's go take a look. All right, so as you guys can see, there is a lot of work to be done in here. However, we really like the space. That's why we picked it. Take you on a little bit of a, there it is. He's got the club out. So, take you on a little tour. First things first, the ceiling is in the process of coming out. Ideally, our hopes are to put a simulator in here somewhere. We do have 10-foot ceilings up there, so that's going to be part of the build out, is hopefully putting a simulator in. But first things first, most importantly, podcast studio is most likely going to go somewhere in that area. We're going to have a big workstation in the middle, and then the concept here, Mike, right, is to be able to do a lot more content. So we're hoping to use this space to bring new shows to Golficity, possibly more of a talk show type of thing, news roundups. All the idea is this is going to give us the space to build out a couple of different sets and things like that, and we're going to take you guys on the journey. You can see there's not even a floor in here yet. It's just a subfloor. So before any of that can get started, the ceiling is in the process of coming out, the floor is going to go in, everything's going to get a fresh coat of paint, and then we'll start to bring in our studio. And this should be a killer podcast studio, that's for sure. Yeah, so that'll be the goal. The goal will be to turn this into a space where we can, like I said, serve as a new office, but also create more of the type of content we want to create for the Golficity platform. And like I said, the space will allow us to do it. As you saw, we were getting a little bit cramped where we were, but this give us some elbow room coming. All right, so that is going to be the space. Lots more to come. We're going to bring you guys along with the progress. Hopefully see a lot of changes real soon. So that was when you got no lights.
That's what happens when you got no lights, but we have a ceiling completely removed. So you want to take the swing test?
Take the swing test. Can we get a, swing in here?
We don't need a light for swing test.
Don't hit Ronnie. Don't kill Ronnie.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Trust it, Mike. Trust it.
Oh yeah, we got room to swing in here.
Yeah.
So there's your update. The ceiling is out. There's no lights in here, as you can see. The floor is not quite in yet, but it's only been a couple of days and we're making progress. There, here's our light. We got light.
It's our light guy.
There you go.
You want to paint everything? Paint everything.
Yeah, we'll paint the whole place with this little brush.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to get enough on there to see how it dries, you know?
All right, update, December 11th, about 20-day countdown before we move in. We're putting Mike to work. Putting color samples on the wall. As you can see, the lights are going in. So the place is changing quick. Were you a painter in another life?
No, you could tell.
It's the best deal in town.
It's a $1 vanilla. I don't even like vanilla, but I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna rock it. Let's go.
Go to IKEA, you get that $1 ice cream. I don't care if you're not hungry. You get that $1 ice cream. All right. It's a whole office worth of furniture right there. Boom. We are officially getting somewhere. What is it? It's the second week, right? Second week of the build out. And we have lights all cleared out. New LED lights. Next thing is gonna be spackle, paint. There's our paint sample we threw on the wall the other day, right there.
Very color.
And then
Took the track out. Great.
Yeah, this guy's making progress. I like it.
He's a worker. Eddie's a worker.
Eddie's a worker. And then after that, after the paint and the spackle and paint, the only thing left is floors, right?
That's it, man. Building sets.
Floors will be in before we know it. I do not think we're gonna have any problem hitting that January 1st deadline to have this place ready for move-in, and we're gonna start putting the furniture in here. This place is gonna be solid. All right, we are just a couple days out from when we're supposed to move in, and Mike, we hit our first snag.
Yeah, we did.
What happened?
All right, so we have no flooring there yet, and we want to put down like a hardwood type of laminate, something that looks nice. The problem is, in the middle of this space, as you'll see, there is a big square where the floor is about ½ inch, maybe ¼ of an inch below the other floor. So now the hardwood flooring guy doesn't think he can lay that. He's suggesting we put carpet in there.
We don't want that.
We don't want carpet. So we're gonna bring in a second opinion hardwood floor guy, and he's gonna get the job done. So hopefully he can do it, because that's the look we want.
Let's go check on it.
All right,
Let's go over there.
look at this, dude.
I know.
Where are we right now?
We gotta get to Orlando.
Let's go.
Got it? All right, so this is the snag you were talking about right here, right?
Right, so you can see it's like nice and flush here. Well, sort of. A little bit of a lip, but as you get closer down here, further to the corner, you can see it's not even that much. It's ½ an inch at its worst point.
Okay.
And the rest of them are about ½ of an inch, so.
Either way, I don't want to know what's under there. I feel like it's just like a direct drop into the pit of hell.
This actually comes up and it rotates, so we never have to move. So if we want to get everything. Yeah, we got a guy coming tomorrow actually, and he's going to check it out and see if he can put down some padding and raise it up a little bit. I think we get it done.
Some sort of subfloor. I gotta think that people have dealt with more difficult challenges than this spot right here. But either way, the floor was supposed to start going in, slightly delayed while we tackle that little problem. But other updates are this wall right here. This wall right here, which is going to be the backdrop for a couple of the things that we're going to be doing in the center. One thing you'll notice, it has no outlets on the entire wall. So another thing that's happening this week is outlets are going to be going in. Currently, the vision for that wall is going to be to put a TV there, maybe another couple other TVs which can multi-function, serve as a backdrop, but also so that we can watch things, put the computer stuff up on the screen, whatever we need to do from the office. And then in other good news, we now have, I think we're up to, what was it, 3 simulator companies, Mike, that are interested in putting the sim in. So, good problem to have, making a decision here, but we've got a couple of them. We're showing them the space, taking a look at who can work with this space. Ultimately, a lot of room to work with here, but there are some challenges, things like the glass. We don't want to take up too much room with anything permanent. We're looking for something that's going to be like, you know, mobile, like maybe screens or some sort of nets that we can move in and out. The cool thing is a lot of these simulator companies now, they're making these packages are more and more for like home use and home build outs. So they have stuff that's a little bit more compact. Obviously this is not as big a space as some of the traditional spots you see simulators going in, but like we said, we've got 10 feet up there, we've got the room, we just have to be a little bit, I guess, creative. So we're gonna see how creative these companies can get and what they're gonna be putting there. So that's been our big thing, is a couple of meetings the last week or so, trying to see what simulator is gonna go in there. That might be the last thing that goes in. But for right now, it's all about getting this space finished up. It has come a long way, as you can see, but there is still a ways to go. And we're keeping our fingers crossed for some good news with the flooring guy tomorrow. There you go.
Close?
Now you know we're close.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, it is December 20th, which means we're only about 11 days away from move-in.
Does this look like 11 days to go? It doesn't. I can't see it happen.
We're at that point in a renovation where it doesn't seem like a lot of stuff is happening, because like the big stuff isn't happening long, but there's a lot of small stuff, important stuff happening. But today, the good news is we spoke with the flooring guy. They can get the floor done, so we are going to meet with them for some samples, right?
Yes, so we got samples. We're going to grab those today. We're going to take a look, see which one we like, and then hopefully they'll get started right after the holidays.
But the good news is, once we pick out the flooring, that should move quick. The floor guy says he can get everything in within about a day or 2 days, and then, you know, paint and just finishing up the rest of this electrical. So I don't think we're as far off as it looks. The other thing, though, is right now Mike's garage is a staging area for all the furniture, because we bought the podcast table, some of the main tables are going to use here, we got couches, we've got things coming in that we're going to be using for different seating areas and some new videos we're going to be doing. But all of those right now are in boxes in Mike's garage because we can't bring them in here until the flooring goes in. So, like I said, it doesn't look like much, but trust me, things are going to happen really quick. So we're going to head out of here now. We're going to go meet up with the flooring guy on another job site. He's at the samples for us to look at. We're looking at a couple floor samples, and we'll just keep this job moving. It is way too cold out there, but we got the floor picked now, so we're moving. Next step is get that floor installed. Hopefully, we got this coming week is Christmas, so we've got a couple of holiday days in there to contend with, but hopefully by next Friday we'll get the floor starting to go in, paint going in very shortly after that. Like I said, I think we're going to stay on track for that January 1st move-in date. Fingers crossed.
All right, so good news, the floor did arrive. The bad news is they dropped it off in the wrong lobby. So I have to personally take all of this material, bring it out to my car, and drive it to the right building where our office is located so that they can install this floor tomorrow morning. So time to get to work. All right, guys, so you can see Eddie, our guy, our painter, he did all the spackle. He primed it, and he started to cut the gray color that we're gonna be putting on the wall here. So looks like he's got a little more work to do. He's coming at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Tomorrow is floor day. So all those boxes of wood you saw downstairs, those are gonna be brought up here. We're gonna figure out if we can put a hardwood floor over this. Crossing our fingers, it's gonna work better. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow with the floor. All right, happy Friday morning. Got up a little bit early. It's about 6:30 right now. I just headed over to the space because I wanted to get there before the hardwood flooring guys, because I wanted to make sure the floor was cleaned. You know, you can never trust a cleaning company. Make sure they come in. They got to get the spackle off the floor, all the dust out of the room. So, fingers crossed. All right, moment of truth here. I'm a little scared because I don't know if the floors are gonna work based on what I saw.
You were here
this
before
morning.
the sun was up.
I came here at 6:30 and the guys came in and they were like, I don't know if we could put these things down. So
Don't tell me that.
are you ready?
Don't tell me
Are you
that.
ready to check this out?
Yeah, I got faith. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, wood or what? Those are nice, right?
That's exactly the color we wanted.
Yeah. Look how
Eddie banged out the paint, huh?
Eddie really
Thing already. It's a lot of shims.
a lot of shims. We need a lot of shims.
All right, how to get away from the noise so you guys can hear us, but as you can see, it is happening. They're moving quick. It's only 10:30 and they're saying they're gonna get this thing done, the floor, today. So there's a lot of like finishing touches, molding, things like that that have to go in. But once that floor is done, I feel like it's gonna start to really look like it's coming together. And the paint in there looks great too. I'm loving that color. So still a little bit, like I said, more trim and stuff like that to do, but I think by the end of today, you're gonna see a huge difference in that space.
And they said it couldn't be done. They said it couldn't be done.
All right, you guys ready to see this? Yes. What a difference, huh?
What a difference a little wood will make.
Cannot believe that those guys hustled it out and got this place done in
6 hours?
about 6 hours time. Now granted, there's not a ton of cuts because it is mostly a rectangle, but still a significant job, especially with what we had worried about in the middle. All of that unlevel surface in the middle that had to be shimmed out and then leveled, they got it done, and it is starting to actually look like something in here. So, as far as what's left, second coat of paint. You can see the doors and some of these other things here are primed. They're gonna get all white, all the white trim. The windows still need to be done, but man, we are significantly close.
We're very close.
Very close.
You know, the furniture we have, so it's just a matter of putting it together now.
This makes me a lot more optimistic about January 1st.
Me too.
Yeah. So a couple more days. I think Eddie will be back in here tomorrow doing a second coat of paint. Oh, and the other thing you'll notice, a little bit of the eyesore here, is that trimmer along the bottom, because many lifetimes ago in this place, there was a carpet so that there was that vinyl trim. That came out. Obviously getting rid of that would be difficult because you'd have to scrape it. So we're gonna do a nice white wood trim all the way around. That's something that should get done next week as well.
Oh my God. Dude, Frank would have killed me. I almost dropped the 65-inch down those flights of stairs because I had to be a hero and get it here. It's my fault. All right, well, it's in.
All right, we have officially reached the finishing touches part. Now, it might look like a huge mess in here right now, but that's because, like I said, finishing touches require a little bit of coordination. We've got the guys here cutting and putting in that finishing trim. The brick wall went up, and here's the real thing. The TVs are going up. We already have some plans to possibly watch the Super Bowl here. But anyway, it's really starting to come together. I think by the end of today, a lot's gonna happen today, and by the end of today, this should start to look like a real workspace. And we're so amped to get in here that I'm out of breath because we just carried this couch up those stairs. But we're so amped to get in here that we are going to record the first podcast in here one way or another. Even if it's not finished, we're recording a podcast in here. And so right now it is 9 a.m. We'll check back with you and see what this place looks like in just a couple of hours here. By the end of the day, I think you're gonna see some dramatic changes.
It's like a ribbon cutting right here.
That's the best feeling. All right, a couple hours later, we said we would give you an update, and the place does look much better. We did record our first podcast right there. Still a little bit of work to be done, but we had enough to get the podcast in. Mike's still working over here. However, we are pretty much there. The internet just needs to be installed. There's some cleaning that needs to be done, but the molding was all installed today, and we are, I would say, 90% ready to go up and running. So just a few more things over the weekend that's going to be, like I said, small cleanup stuff like this that has to go. But got some of the workstations built out. We've got a couple places to sit down. So, and this is going to be something special coming soon. But I think we made some real progress today, and it really feels like the place is finally an office. Feels good. All right, so after lots of hard work, we did meet our deadline. The place is ready, so much different than what it was. We'll show some before pictures, some after pictures, but let me take you through a quick tour of what we've got done. Look, this poor guy's beat. He's done most of the up and down.
It was hard work making that deadline. It was hard work. I was shot.
He's done much of those up and down those stairs to get everything in and out of this place. So he deserves a rest. But let's take a look real quick. So we've got the podcast booth. We've already filmed 2 episodes here. We're going to be doing a lot more soon. Love the way that this came out. Just kind of a couple things. We got the bigger table, which gives us more space for when we do have guests. When it's just the 2 of us, you know, we've got it all set up there. And the other thing that's really helping is having things like the lights and everything all set up and stationary in there, and we can just turn them on, versus when we were in the old office, it was put them up, take them down, and it was just a lot of setup and a lot of time. So everything's about being a little bit more efficient so that we can do more. Over here, we've got just a little work area. We decided to go with a couple of different tables so that they can be configured in different ways depending on if we're doing meetings or if we're working or whatever it may be. We're gonna have some interns coming into the space really soon, so it gives us a little bit more space to work. And then
Look how good it looks.
over here. So there's the TV that Mike almost dropped down a flight of stairs. Luckily, he saved it. That was a sketchy moment.
Very sketchy moment. Oh, man.
But it's here, it's up, 2 TVs on the side, so this is gonna be for multiple use, streaming, watching things that we're gonna watch here, events, stuff like that, but also that is going to serve as the set of a new show that we're doing called Twig, This Week in Golf. We just filmed our first episode. Really hope you guys like it. This is something that we've been wanting to do for a long time. We have a lot of fun with it. We've had a lot of fun just kind of brainstorming and dreaming it up what we want it to be and designing things like where we're going to do it. So that's the reason why we did something with a space like this. We wanted the room so that we can be more creative and have more fun doing things. So look out for that. And now the last bit, the very last bit, there's still a big spot here that you'll see that's empty, right here. And that's where the simulator is going to go. So in an ideal world, when you first walk in, we'll have some sort of like sitting area here and then a simulator. We've got all the dimensions. We're talking with a bunch of different simulator companies, and we'll do that. That'll be the next phase. We'll do a whole video for when we decide what we're going to do with that. But excited for that. Look, now it's official. Mike's putting the sticker up.
There it is.
Boom. So for now, it's just a staging area for equipment. We're going to find a place to put all that. So we are not completely done yet. Obviously, there's some work to do. But the simulator, we're going to leave that for its own separate video. We're going to take you guys through that once we get all the details lined up. So hopefully you enjoyed following along. We really enjoyed it. Again, can't believe where this place started and where it finished. We'll take one more look here. So this is where, oh, look at this. Coming. This is where we're at now. This is what it looked like only a couple weeks ago. And now we're back. Excited. This is the best possible way we could kick off 2020. Excited to do some new things for you guys. So stay tuned.